Welcome, folks. It's my last video that I'm going to be making for an IELTS candidate here in the near future, because tomorrow I go back to work. Yes, the the golden age, or the period of which I have been so proud that I've been able to produce so much here in these last 3 weeks of IELTS materials and stuff that I don't normally have the time to do when I'm working my regular job. But like I said, I've been on holiday and now it's over. And this finale video goes to Okay, and our essay today is about people gaining weight and health and food and working, and seems like they're all about that, doesn't it? Let's see if we can get some original responses from Eclat Tutor. Now, I read one other essay of his, and my problems with it was very wordy, using way too many words to explain what could be said in fewer thoughts. And fewer words. And that leads to making it less readable, and it will affect your C&C score. Let's see if he's improved upon that. And the question is, many working people, nope, not all, many. Let's use a pen. Yeah. Another pen. Highlighter. Oh yeah. What kind of highlighter? Blue one. Yeah. Many. That means not all. And so I don't want to see any language about how all workers are doing this. During the working day. What does that mean? It means Monday through Friday. It doesn't mean while they're working. Free time. Could be after work. And they have health problems. Why? Working people get enough time. Not why do they not get enough exercise, why do they not get enough time? And what can be done? Here's my code to explain my thoughts about your writing.
Nowadays, doing exercise becomes a rare commodity, especially for the people who are working. They are not able to spare time neither while working nor when they have a holiday. This leads to dangerous effect on their body. This essay intends to analyze the reasons why they do not have time for exercise. Along with that, it also provides solution through which we solve it.
Okay, common mistake I often see, nowadays. Nowadays is not a word, it's nowadays. That S I had to put in there. And when you have a time expression, doesn't matter if it's last year, next week, sometime in the near future, long ago, what have you, all time phrases when they begin a sentence should be followed by a comma. A rare commodity. Oh, yes. Actually, what I should do is use this to highlight good stuff. We talked about this in the comments. Someone questioned, what do you mean a rare commodity? And that's actually a very good metaphorical use of, it's a set phrase, which means it's not an idiom per se, but it's a phrase that we all recognize as meaning something that people want but have a hard time getting. But this disappointed me becomes, seriously now, you're an English teacher, an English tutor anyway. Woo-hoo. Nowadays. Now usually nowadays is followed by the present continuous, is becoming. And if you had put that, I wouldn't have said anything. But in this case, it's like it's already become that, but it's definitely present perfect. Nowadays, doing exercise has become. It is now, but it happened in the past. And just as a style thing, I would say I would get rid of doing and just say exercise has become a rare commodity. And you know what? It's not especially for, well, in the question, it says working people. It doesn't say anything else about, it doesn't say about anything about anybody else. So it's not especially for the people who are working. No, it should be, nowadays, exercise has become a rare commodity for people who work. Again, we are working. Why are working? People who work. They are, I think, unable, would be better here, unable to spare time neither while working. Well, you can't have them exercise while working unless they're, construction workers or something. I can't take this meeting, I gotta go work out. No. Working day includes time during a day which you worked, but not while you're working. Nor when they have a holiday. I suppose that's free time, but that's not what they mean. This leads to dangerous effect. This leads to health problems. Are these two the same thing? Health problems, dangerous effects. I think you're relying on words like leads to too much. Okay? I know it says have up here, but this often has harmful effects on their health. Not their body, their health. Body and health. This essay intends to, really, analysis, analyze the reasons why they do not have time for exercise. Along with that, this is the wordiness I was talking about. You're using too many words to explain something that could be explained in a very few words. This essay intends to analyze the causes of this, and along with that, it also provides, it will. Here we intended to, but now we will. This essay intends to, if you want to say that, analyze the reasons why they don't have time for exercise, and also provide solutions through which we can address it, not solve. I don't like solve because you're not going to solve it. You can only do things about it.
The main reason behind this problem is employees are highly overloaded in terms of work by their employers. In present era, most of all organizations give their staff high targets, and to achieve those targets they have to work sometime overnight.
Overnight?
Because of this they feel exhausted and could not spare time for exercise, though some of them really want to. Apart from that, on weekends they usually think about getting relaxation or spend some valuable time with their family. Throughout weekdays, they are not getting time for themselves. So, on holidays they usually think about spending time on leisure activities also.
Okay, no reason to say main reason. One of the reasons behind the problem, I don't like pronouns in the first sentence of a new paragraph. One of the reasons behind the problem of lack of time is that employees are highly overloaded. Overworked. And this is unnecessary in terms of work. Employees are often overworked by their employers. Of course it's by their employers. How about just employees are often highly overworked? In the present era, most organizations give their staff high targets. What did I think about? Why am I saying that? Give their staff high expectations. And to achieve them, they, the workers, have to work with a adverb of frequency, like sometimes, it goes before the verb. Okay? I sometimes have to work and not overnight. Over time. Overtime. Because of this, comma, they feel exhausted. Always? You need to hedge your words. Don't say that, give blanket statements like this. I work overtime. I don't always feel exhausted. And they often are exhausted and cannot spare the time for exercise, even though, even though, 2 words, some of them really want to. Really is very informal. Don't use really in your IELTS essays. Even though some of them want to strongly. Apart from that, along with that, apart from that, on weekends, comma, time phrase, they usually think about getting relaxation. Relaxing. They often think about relaxing. And do they think about it or they do it? Or this is something called, if you're using a noun, you use a noun here, or spending throughout weekdays, they are not getting time. So on holidays, they usually think about spending time on leisure activities also. The question is, why do they not get enough time? And you're saying all the reasons that they spend time on other things. Why do they not use the time that they have to exercise? Okay, that's your point. And you might want to express that clearly at some point. See the model essay that I posted for this question. It's like, actually, they do have enough time. They just choose to spend it on other things, including, and then you can say all this stuff.
However, exercise should be a part of all us. So, in this case, employees can look for the small opportunities that they are getting in their workplaces. For an example, after completion of their lunch, employees can walk for some minutes. Or if their home is near to the organization, they can also use bicycle to travel from home to organization. Moreover, employers should also take initiative to encourage their employees to start doing exercise. For that, they can organize some seminars related to exercise at regular intervals.
Okay, however, followed by a comma, didn't. Exercise should be a part of all of us. Now that's an interesting thought. I wish you expressed it more clearly. Okay, this is about time, right? So, you want your topics to address the issues. Oh, what's that noise? Oh. So, however, finding time to do exercise should be part of what all of us do. Part of all of us. It's not clear as to what you mean by that. So, in this case, comma. Actually, so is not bad there. Employees can look for the small opportunities. Could, as an example, it's for example, or as an example. So we need it to be as. After completion, singular noun, the completion of their lunches. Employees can walk for some minutes. Where? You should also say walking is exercise. Or if their home is near to the organization, if their home is near their organization or workplace, they can use a bicycle to travel. Why did you repeat yourself like that? Home, organization, home, organization. No, not the dreaded moreover. I want blood dripping from the moreover. Moreover, no, we hate moreover. with moreover, the thing following the moreover has to be more important, hence the word more. And you have written employers. Why are you capitalizing employers? I don't know. Should also take the initiative. Oh, yeah, some seminars. This seems more important. The top part seems more important than the bottom part. So do not use moreover to connect, oh, another fact. It's just another fact. It's not the big deal.
To conclude, in present life it is very hard for working individuals to do daily workout because of higher roles and responsibilities in MW organization. But while working also, they can do exercise if they are really committed to it. At the same time, it is also employer's responsibility to look out for the health of its employees.
To conclude, in present life, that's not a collocation that we use. To conclude, presently, in modernity, that's a one we don't see very much, but in present life, those words don't go together. And it's very hard, how about difficult, for working individuals to do that. See, you should never bring up new things in a conclusion. And you've done that here. Roles and responsibilities. That wasn't mentioned in the essay at all. And higher than what? Whenever you use a comparative, be sure it's clear what you're comparing it to. You want to say higher roles and responsibilities than in the past? Higher in their organization. Overused. Organization, organization, organization. But while working also. How about while working? Or, but, I hate but to start a sentence. While working, they can also do exercises. Exercises, plural. At the same time as they're doing exercises, it is also you could say employers, S apostrophe to be plural, or their employers' responsibility to look out for the health of their employees. Once again, that's a new thought. In the conclusion, you need to summarize what you've already said. And it ain't been nothing like that previously. So, in conclusion, I would have to say that you have potential to write very good essays, and obviously you must be, I've seen you have very good English skills. You just need to get away from doing things like moreover and this automatic adding of connecting words where they don't really belong. Basic things like articles here, not repeating yourself. Oh. And you'll do fine in the end. Okay, this concludes this motivational essay correction service. And it's the last one. I'm going back to work, well, not tomorrow, but Wednesday. Back to teaching real students and teaching IELTS in a real classroom and getting paid for it. Good night, everyone.